Assalamu alaikum. Today I'm going to show you how to make my world famous beef shank recipe. Super fast, automated, only takes 5 minutes. And no matter how busy you are, no excuses, very delicious. Hope you guys are ready. We're going to do this the same style. Check this out. Here you go. Boom. Okay, bismillah. Awesome. All right, so you guys enjoyed the world's greatest breakfast. Just going to make sure I look good. MashaAllah, we got hijama. Just trying to show you guys that the other day. There's a bunch on my shoulders too, so inshallah we'll show you later. But the point is, we got beef shank. So for those watching my story, you may have seen on my story that I was leaving the meat market and I saw this amazing beef shank. And you know what? I decided that I want to get some extra protein today. So this is the most tender meat ever. It's boneless beef shank, not bone in, because the bone in has a little too much fat, but this one actually has very little fat, and you can actually remove the fat from the top once you cool it. So I'm actually going to plug this in outside. I'll show you guys in a second because I don't want the whole house to smell like, beef and spices. So we're going to prepare it in here and I'm going to put it in the plug outside. I used to do it indoors, but the problem is then the house smells like beef for 3 days, which is a nice smell, but I like for my house to smell like, nice, clean, new furniture and stuff like that, as opposed to smelling like meat and curry. Now obviously after I make a curry, the house is going to smell like it, but look at that. See, so it does have a little bit of fat, but it's nothing crazy. And honestly, when it cooks, and it's a great cut of meat, really, really nice. MashaAllah, Allahumma barak. When you cook it, the fat drains out. And so what happens is the fat kind of rises in the water. If you drink the water, it's going to have a lot of fat in it. But if you let the water cool in the fridge after you make it, because obviously this is like 5 pounds right here, so you're not going to eat this in one sitting, unless you have a big family of like 6 kids. And even then, the water, put it in the fridge and the fat comes to the top. And that's where you're able to drain it out, so it's nice and lean. But it basically comes out like the texture of birria. Not biryani, birria, okay? I always like to make puns though. Biryani, birria. So you get all that beef in there, right? And super simple. Like, honestly, a lot of my clients, one of my coaches makes amazing recipes for like more elaborate recipes. But for me, I like to keep things simple. And inshallah, I'm gonna be doing a lot more simple recipes soon for like a lot of the classic, foods that we like in our cultures. So inshallah, stay tuned for that. And let me know in the comments what food you want me to make next. You want me to do a video of me making biryani, spaghetti with meatballs, whatever it is that you want, you let me know. So anyways, always wash your hands after touching raw meat. I always see these cooking videos of these chefs and they like touch the raw meat and then they pick up their child and then they like touch everything in the kitchen and they get, bacteria everywhere. That's not what we're trying to do here. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get mineral salt. Now, you can get any mineral salt, Himalayan pink salt, whatever you want, but I really like this stuff. It's really great mineral salt. Love the taste, love the minerals. If you're somebody with high blood pressure or kidney issues, then you definitely need to track this. But if not, just drink a lot of water, add salt to taste, you'll be good to go. Your body's gonna naturally auto-regulate very well. But if you have blood pressure issues, then you gotta be more careful. Now, I'm kind of feeling more in a Middle Eastern mode today, so we're actually gonna put cinnamon. Now cinnamon, I actually put cinnamon on a lot of things. Cinnamon is actually very good for increasing your insulin sensitivity. For those who are really active in the gym, you'll notice that you actually get better pumps when you have cinnamon in your diet. For those who are maybe less into the gym, maybe it helps with, your blood sugar, diabetes, whatever it may be, but you're gonna notice better muscular fullness if you're really into the gym from taking cinnamon. Now, we're gonna actually get some Middle Eastern spices. So I actually have like a whole treasure chest of Middle Eastern spices here, and it's always an adventure to find what we wanna add. So this is actually a great way to make your own recipes, is you kind of just go by feel. Like you develop what I call the cooking instinct. So this is called ras al-hanout. Now never get like those thick blends with like a bunch of oil and sugar in it. Always get the powder from the store. Like see, this is the homemade blend from the store. Very delicious. This is called ras al-hanout. It goes really well with everything. It goes well with potatoes if you want Middle Eastern style potatoes. It goes well with beef, chicken, everything. So we're gonna put a little bit of ras al-hanout. It's like a Moroccan flavor. There we go. MashaAllah. All right, awesome. Very nice. So again, just kind of going by feeling. You can always add more later. I don't like to go too heavy on the seasonings. I just want it to like taste good, smell good, all that stuff. And then I'm gonna add a little wild card here. This might be counterintuitive, but this is chili, right? So this obviously goes well, gives it that birria flavor. So we're going for like a Middle Eastern birria style. See, I didn't even know what flavor I was gonna make this with. I let my nose lead me and figure out what it is, how I'm gonna prep it, based on like the smell, the taste, what I'm feeling like. But again, don't go too heavy with the spices, because if you go like crazy with the spices, it could cause digestive issues. So just some mild, Wow, I wish you guys could smell this. The combination of smells here is amazing. It's gonna smell very Middle Eastern. Now, we have chicken kebab seasoning. Let's see. Nah, that one's a little too red. Biryani seasoning, that's a little too desi. What else do we got here? You know, there's this one seasoning that I really like with this called kabsa, but I'm pretty sure that I have run out of kabsa seasoning. This already is sufficient. I mean, this is already gonna be delicious. I don't need it to be crazy. Like another thing, I kind of like keep myself conditioned to not doing overly flavored food, because if I have to put 10 million ingredients every time I want to cook, you know, it's not really realistic, and it just, you know, you spoil yourself. It's kind of like, imagine if you give your kids like, you know, sugar every day after every meal, your kids are going to expect sugar all the time. And same thing with yourself. If you're constantly conditioning yourself to the most decadent food and you're constantly spiking your dopamine up and up and up, like you have to put a million sauces on stuff for it to taste good for you, you're spoiling yourself and you're not going to be content with more basic food. So keeping it basic but yet still delicious and healthy is one of my secrets to success. Now, I'm going to show you guys something very unique. We're going to go to the balcony, bismillah, and take this, get that bicep pump, are the veins popping? Oh, mashallah, a little bit, look at that. Mashallah, Allahumma barak. See, that's the thing. When you build muscle, everything becomes, you know, a means to achieve your physique goals. Actually, I was having a conversation yesterday with a sister and letting her know, like, hey, you know what? Sometimes when you're doing housework, you're getting all the steps you need. Like, if you feel too tired to work out after doing housework, wear a step counter, and you might find that you've actually gotten a lot of steps before you even, you know, get time to your workout. So, tracking activity levels, right? There's gonna be some days where you might have gotten, you know, 10,000 steps without even having to try. There's other days where you're sitting all day, and that's where you have to consciously move more. So, I'm gonna put this here. And again, little trick to just make sure that the house doesn't smell super strong. Boom. And again, it's a good smell. It's just, you know, the downside is if it smells so good in the house, you're gonna be hungry all the time. You're gonna be working from home and you're gonna get hungry because you're gonna be smelling curry and deliciousness in the middle of your workday. So plug it in. Bismillah. Okay, we're gonna put it on high for 4 hours. Now I'm not gonna be on live for 4 hours here. Here, I'll take it. Bismillah, flip it around. Mashallah. So I'm not gonna be on live for 4 hours, but I'll post the finished product on my story, inshallah, and you guys will be able to see. It's amazing. Let me see if you guys commented. What are those red spots? The red spots. It's from cupping. Yeah, these guys right here. You can't really see them in this light. I'll post maybe a workout on my Instagram story. I'm gonna be working out later today, inshallah. Wearing a tank top. You'll see on my shoulders. I got crazy all over my shoulders. Literally like crazy hijama this time. Or not hijama, sorry. Hijama is the blood cupping, but it's dry cupping. I never knew spices cause digestive issues. Thanks for the heads up. I also have stomachache after spicy food. Yeah, some people are more sensitive than others. Like we all know a desi uncle who could eat the spiciest, you know, curry in the world and put habanero peppers in it and everything. And he's like, oh, very nice. I feel amazing. Versus, you know, we all know somebody maybe like, you know, a Westerner who even like the littlest bit of spice and they like their tongue is burning for 30 minutes. So there's people of different levels of spice tolerance, but yeah, definitely like too much can definitely be heavier on the stomach and cause irritation and issues in your digestion. That's why a lot of especially a lot of Americans will make a joke like, oh, whenever I have Indian food, you know, you're going to feel it the next day because it interferes with their, you know, bowel movements and whatnot. So anyways, cooking meat, tasty. Yes, mashallah. Okay. Let me know, guys, which recipes you want in the future. We could definitely do more of these. I'll do some of them live and candid like this. And I'll do other ones where I just, you know, actually have my editor go and polish through it. I just got the impromptu idea. But anyways, it's time to get to work. I'll see you guys soon, inshallah. Just keep following along for the story. I'm going to post on the story the finished product. I'll see you guys soon, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.